How does the song go?
I'm not going to sing it, but it goes all together now. And all together, they will drop from the front and the back. I love that from Mind Freak. It was a very deliberate round from them, but towards the end there, the bomb. Where was the headshot cheese ball? That was free.
30 seconds to play this one out. Got to close the distance now. We're going to stay with the AWP. We are getting spammed a little bit.
The veteran.
Do a lick of damage, but I mean, it would be a catastrophic failure for Fury to give opportunity here to Mind Freak's Tux. Some teasing, some baiting, and yeah, James, that Molotov.
However, soon going to change for Swerzian because no one sees him coming. Collecting two, both headshots, and there's nothing left for Reckons and Cookie to do. Empty-handed once again.
Yeah, really well done. Again, always really cool to find that timing. And especially it was kind of nice with Fury that they got that pick towards the barrel stop mid. And that's all they can do now is just try to keep the guns in hands. Mind Freak with actually not a lot of money in the bank, so we'd love to keep hold of their guns, and DPL certainly will. Almost a Dapper, which would be kind of what my brain wanted to do. The guns are lost. They're all gone.
In the bin. All in the bin. What do they do with their money now? One plays for almost 6k, but most of them are around key positions where you had one up on short and you had two standing right below them. Right below him, rather. I'll always remember that. 3 on 3 though. Getting dangerous now as the time gets lower and lower. That molly will be important. All three CTs don't have position to stop this bomb plant, but you can see how desperately Cookie's trying to find a wallbang that could stop that with the time left. That would have been critical, but maybe the worst is over for Mind Freak. Zune and Tux though have got to be careful. This scout could still do damage. This is still awkward. And then there were two, Reckons and Cookie. Reckons with an AK, we dropped from long range, and Mind Freak will survive. But this
that player car could be quite dangerous. That's going to be Swazi, and he's been quite the nightmare, and he picks up the headshot onto Skull Hunter. And there's another one. Swerzian buying time for the team right now. Decibel forced to move in, USP in hand. Out comes the M4, and not really any time for this one at this point. USP still not working. It's an awful mess, and it's 9-3 at the end of the first half for Mind Freak.
Everything he pulled out is just empty. that was a really rough half. I think your CT Orpa having 2 frags at halftime is somewhat diabolical, but again, it felt so claustrophobic, that CT side. Like, Fury just didn't feel like they could move anywhere, and when they did, they got punished, namely through that mid position. I think that was definitely
committed into the A split.
Big swing. DPR will get 2. That second one was beautiful. Wonderful bursts, leaving Cookie alone to be broken in half. It was clearly demonstrated on a number of occasions. And there was a lot that we didn't see from Fury, which concerns me because you've gone from like a kind of to some degree an aim map in Dust 2 with some longer ranges, and I think Train has got high urgency. The closer, like, you know, we saw the AWP getting picked up by Cookie a lot and nothing really happening with it whatsoever. That's rough if it's Dust 2 because, you know, it's a fundamental map where you have to have impact. Now, sometimes when it comes to snipers, there can be preferable ranges where they tend to do better. Train has got a lot closer ranges, especially with the abomination that is Ivy at present. And I'm just concerned that, like, everybody needs to turn up on that map. The ranges are different. Maybe that'll go in their favor. I certainly hope it does. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough day in the office for them straight up and down. But again, we just didn't see much from them. They were just completely outplayed by Mind Freak. Stills on the CT side. Seems a bit unfair. Surely, with these numbers, they will prove victorious. Oh, that's so satisfying to watch. CT's fighting from the back then. Swing and a miss from Cookie. Decibel taken out on the upper area, and that's going to limit the positions now. Cookie will drop Swerzian, but they will lose a lot of position here. That's an important frag from Reckon, so that will open things up once again. Can his teammate pick up the slack? Absolutely. Cheeseball trays onto Drox, making it a 3-on-2 as the bomb is planted. Skull rotating slowly. He'll be looked for by Tux. He will position himself upstairs. So DPR's got a lot to do on the bomb site. Tux looks behind him for half a second. And Skull will drop. DPR then 1 versus 3. How does he avoid getting traded here? He doesn't really have the cover. There's the first, but there is no second. Skull will trade, and that was the art of war for business that my old boss gave me in the real estate days. I didn't read it. I made a point of not reading it. Not to say it was a good or bad book, but you know, I passed. I have the Terminator theme at the end there for it. You can determine where the fights take place because they can't plant the bomb in mids. I don't know how Val has found both these frags in this connector position, but find them he has. Gump will be very important. Where do they go for the bomb plant though? Probably default because it looks like they are taking CT. It will be somewhere around triple. Right, Gump gets activated, drops 2 immediately. Val and ASAP remain.
Yes, Val and ASAP. Well, now it was just one. It's just one hiding in the firebox. I feel like if you're alone and you're in this position, it is very grim. We'll see if Val can make anything of it, though. Actually making his way out of this position, able to pull him off the bomb, so that is nice. But actually, no, in fact, it was actually defused already, so never mind. No?
That's a controversial podcast waiting to happen. All right,
with that said,
Art of War, bring in the violence. And again, oh no, they just didn't see the second man coming. Oh, they came empty-handed and they were not given bread.
I don't understand that sentence, but
you know, because like I'm thinking of like biblical times and
yes,
you know,
yes.
Charitable bread, fish, water being given to those in need. They're in need now. They've only got 4 players.
That is true. That is true.
They came wanting. They left in body bags.
They need that colonial energy. Right. Well, I don't really know what that means. I'll be completely honest, but I don't know. Like you want to conquer everything.
It's late for you, Dan. It's late for you, Dan. You'll be in bed soon. Don't worry.
All right. All of this will be clipped out of context, I'm sure.
Well, I wonder from Val's perspective, because it was very, very confident from the sniper not to try and flick the head there, but I guess he couldn't see him.
And a quick mid take coming on through for Animus Victoria. So they are scaling up CAC pretty quickly here. So looking to hit that B site, and there's not too much here to stop him.
He's having a good go. Oh, got to be real careful with that MP9. All right, then. It's just Val that remains. The Deagle Conspiracy. Area 51. Saw a Desert Eagle blaze on one of these players with the like the warning symbol, and I had my Deagle set up exactly the same way. I sold it on the market to get keys to open boxes. I was in a 1v2 now. Oh, he's trying
Straight into the mid position, looking for a fight, looking for a scrap, and that's exactly what they found. And the opening is initially good, but Triplus with a triple and Val with the doubles to even things up ever so slightly. But with Mingovi coming in from the back, that's going to be a wrap. Animus Victoria will be in the grand final tomorrow.